So in today's class, we'll be discussing about types of DC motors. So how DC motors are classified? They are mainly classified depending upon how the field winding is connected with the armature winding. So different types as you see here, DC shunt motor, series motor and compound motor. This is the basic classification. And further, the compound motors are classified into short shunt and long shunt compound motors. So we'll see the connection diagrams and different voltage and current relations of these motors in today's class. First, we'll go into DC shunt motor. So DC shunt motor, as from the name, we can say that the field winding is connected across the armature winding, and this combination will be connected across the supply. So I'm drawing the circuit now. This is the motor which is going to serve some load. So this is the supply voltage we are giving. So supply voltage is given here. Because of that, there is a current, that is motor draws a current IL. So IL is the current drawn by the motor and I shunt is the current drawn by the field, that is supplied to the field, and IA is the current going into the armature. And motor, we assume it is having a resistance RA and shunt field resistance is R shunt. So this is a typical DC shunt motor. Now we are interested in knowing the voltage and current relationship that we'll see now. So voltage across armature and field winding is same, that is equal to the supply voltage V, and the total current drawn from the supply is denoted as the current IL. So we can apply Kirchhoff's current law. Correct. Here, this is the junction or node. So if we apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node, so IL is the incoming current and I shunt and IA are the outgoing currents. Therefore, I can write the current equation. So IL is equal to IA plus I shunt. How to get I shunt? It will be this voltage. What is the voltage appearing across this? Let's take the supply voltage equal to V. So the voltage appearing across this terminal, right? This is V and R shunt is the resistance of the shunt field. Therefore, voltage divided by resistance will give the current. Okay. And V, what is V? The supply voltage given is equal to the back EMF, right? Back EMF is developed here in the armature of the motor plus IARA plus V brush. If there is any drop which has to be accounted, then we can take that. Otherwise, V brush can be neglected. Now, if we talk about the flux produced by the field winding, so the flux, whatever that is going to be produced here in the field winding, right? That is, so this is the field winding, right? So this is the field winding. Whatever flux that is going to be generated, that is mainly depending upon the current. Which current? Field current. So field current is this I shunt. Okay? So this field current is going to decide the flux produced by the field winding. So I can write, or I can write flux which is going to be produced here is proportional to the field current. Here I am calling it as I shunt. Okay. So this is very important. So what is the meaning? If I increase the shunt current, I shunt, right? If suppose I shunt is increased, flux going to be increased, right? That is the meaning. Another point to be noted here is as long as the supply voltage V, right? This going to be constant. Generally that will be constant, right? In practice, then the flux produced also will be constant. Flux produced will also be constant. So therefore we can call the DC motor as constant flux motor. Okay. So what we are trying to say here, when supply voltage V is constant, which is going to be constant? Your field current I shunt is constant. Why? Because R shunt will be fixed, right? So this R shunt is fixed. If V also I'm going to fix means, and this ratio is constant, right? So I shunt is constant. Therefore, flux is also going to be constant. Flux is also constant. For that reason only DC motor, DC shunt motor is called as constant flux motor. Okay, DC shunt motor is known as constant, almost constant flux motor. You have to remember that. Clear? Now we'll do a problem quickly based on the equations we have discussed. Take down the problem. The back EMF of a shunt motor is 230 volt. Comma, the field resistance is 160 ohms and field current is 1.5 amps. Full stop. If the line current is 37 amps, find the armature resistance. Find the armature resistance. Full stop. Also, find the armature current when the motor is stationary. Okay, so this is the question. The back EMF of a DC shunt motor is 230 volt. So first we have to write the data in terms of things we know, the variables we know. So let's write that quickly. So back EMF generally we denote by the symbol AB. So EB is equal to 230 volts and field resistance is R shunt. R shunt is given as 160 ohm, right? So 160 ohm. Then field current. Field current means I shunt, right? I shunt is given as 1.5 ampere. Then if the line current, that is the motor is drawing a current, so the line current IL, what is the value of IL? 37 amps, right? So you are supposed to find out RA. They are asking you to find RA. Also, what is IA? Right? IA is what? When motor is stationary. That means N is equal to 0. Right? That is the meaning. Motor is stationary. It is not rotating. This is the question we have. So now it is given that it is a DC shunt motor. Right? It is given that it is a DC shunt motor. Let's write the current equation we discussed just now. So what is the current equation for a DC motor? IL is equal to IA plus I shunt. Let's find out I shunt, but I shunt is given directly. But from this, we can find V because supply voltage is not given, only back EMF is given. So what is the formula for finding the shunt current? Is V divided by R shunt. So I shunt is given. So let me substitute that. So 1.5 is equal to V is unknown. R shunt is 160. Can you find V? Yes, we can find V. So if you multiply 1.5, right, cross multiply, you will get V is equal to 240 volts. So we have got 240 volts. Now we can substitute in the voltage equation. So what is voltage equation of DC motor? V is equal to EB plus IARA. Nothing is mentioned about brush contact drop. Therefore, we can neglect that. So I want EB, or I can just substitute, right? I can substitute all the known values. I don't want EB, I want RA, right? RA only we want. So V is 240 is equal to, back EMF is given in the problem. What is the value? 230 plus IA is given or IA we can find out how to get IA. From this we can get IA. So IA will be equal to IL minus I shunt. So what is the value of IL? 37 minus I shunt is 1.5. That will give me 35.5 ampere. So that is the value of armature current IA. So 35.5 into RA. So from this we have to get RA. So RA will be equal to 240 minus 230 divided by 35.5. That will give me the value of 0.2817 ohm. So we got the answer. This is the armature resistance. So another subdivision is also there, right? So what is that? When the motor is stationary, what is the value of armature current? Okay. So when the motor is stationary, what is the meaning? N is equal to 0. That's the meaning. Right? We all know that EB. What is the formula? Expression for back EMF EB. EB is equal to 5Z NP by 60A. So from that I can write EB is proportional to N. Correct? Therefore, when N is equal to 0, EB is also is equal to 0. So I can write from the voltage equation. What is voltage equation? V is equal to EB plus IA RA. From this, what is EB? EB is equal to V minus IA RA. That is equal to 0. Correct? So that means B is equal to IA RA. So I want IA, therefore IA will be equal to B divided by RA. So what is the value of voltage? Supply voltage? We got the value, right? We calculated before. So that is 240. RA also we found 0.2817. If we substitute, we get the value of armature current IA to be 851.97 amperes, right? So this is the armature current when the motor is stationary, when it is at rest. Okay. So let's now go into the next one. Next type of motor, which is DC series motor. So second type of motor is DC series motor. So from the name itself, so what we can say, the series field winding is connected in series with the armature and the supply. So let's see the diagram, how it looks like. Generally, whenever we draw series winding, we use few number of turns of thick wire. Correct? So that we can show here also. So supply voltage, say, since it's a DC motor, we are giving a DC supply. Supply voltage, let's call the voltage as V. This is the line current. So when it goes here, we call this as field current, series field current. And of course, when it goes here, we call it as armature current, right? This is the motor which is serving some load, which will be connected with some load. This motor is having an armature resistance of RA. So coming to the voltage current relationship. So what will be the voltage and currents? So IL, right? So IL is nothing but what? This is the total current drawn from the supply. IL is nothing but total current drawn from the supply. So if you see the diagram, what we can see, all the field as well as the armature, are connected in series. Therefore, we can say that all the currents are the same, equal, right? Equal. So IL is equal to I series, which is equal to IA. Now, voltage equation. So the supply voltage given is equal to, right? EB. You have to just apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. So V is the source, right? And other things are the drops. So EB plus the drop in the armature, so which is nothing but IA into RA. Of course, the series field is in series. Therefore, we have to add all the drops. So this drop, let's say this field is having a resistance of R series. So therefore, the field will have a drop of I series, R series. Okay. Plus V brush. If any brush contact drop is to be considered, that has to be taken care here. Okay. So further I can just rewrite the same equation by simplifying. Since IA and IAC are all these currents are the same, I can simply write IA into RA plus R series, correct? Because this I series is also equal to IA, correct? So plus B brush. So supply voltage has to overcome the drop across the series field winding in addition to EB and drop across the armature winding. Now in series motor, the entire armature current is passing through the series field winding. So flux produced is proportional to the armature current. So what I can write, which is very important. So I can write the flux is proportional to I series. Since I series, IA all are equal, I can write it is proportional to IA. So this is very important. So what is the meaning of that? When the motor draws more current, more armature current, then flux will be more. Okay, flux will be more. So that's what we understand from this voltage equation of a DC series motor. Now we can do a problem based on what we discussed now. Take down the problem. A 4-pole 250-volt DC series motor as a wave connected armature with 200 conductors. The flux per pole is 25 milliweber. When motor is drawing 60 amperes from the supply. Armature resistance is 0.15 ohm, while series field resistance is 0.2 ohm. Calculate the speed under this condition. Calculate the speed under this condition. Okay, so this is the question. So 4-pole 250 volt DC series motor. So therefore this problem is on DC series motor. If you want, you can also draw the diagram of a motor, series motor. And mark the various currents. So we have the supply voltage V. So that is given as 250 volts. You can mark whatever is given in the problem, the diagram. So this is R series. So R series is given as 0.2, right? 0.2 ohms. And RA is given as 0.15 ohm. And this is the line current the motor will be drawing. So motor is drawing 60 amps. That's also given. And flux per pole, other things we can write. So what are the other things given in the problem? Flux, which is 25 milliweber. So 25 milliweber means 25 into 10 to the power minus 3 Weber. And other data given are P is equal to 4 and the total number of conductors Z is equal to 200. Also it's given that it is a wave connected. So if the motor is wave connected motor, A will be equal to always 2. Number of parallel paths for the current is always 2. And yes, IA is equal to IL is equal to I series, that is 60 amperes as per the data. Right, RA, R series, everything is given. So we are supposed to find N. So first we can use the voltage equation of the motor, series motor. So for series motor we have this equation. V is equal to EB plus IA RA plus IA R series. Brush contact drop is not mentioned, so we can ignore that. So in this, whatever is known, we can substitute. EB is unknown. So from this, we can find out EB. Therefore, EB is nothing but V minus IARA minus IAR series. So I'm going to just substitute the known values. So V is 250 minus IA is 60. 60 into RA, that is 60 into 0.15 minus 60 into 0.2. That will give me the value of EB. So I will get EB as 229 volts, right? We have to get the value. Use calculator to get this value. Now we are supposed to find the speed. So we also have EB is equal to 5 ZNP by 60A. So we can, the only unknown is N. We can substitute all the known values, known data rather. So 229 is equal to, flux is 25 milliweber. So 25 10 to the power minus 3. Z is 200. N is unknown. P is 4 divided by 60 into A is 2 because it's a wave connected armature. So we can find N. N is equal to 229 into 60 into 2 divided by 25 into 10 to the power minus 3 to 200 into 4. So it comes to 1374 RPM. Right. So this is the speed of the DC series motor.